That really helps you to see yourself where you want to be. This is how you ensure that you always have something to wear. You're never going to be able to save $1,000 in a month if you can't even save $100 in a month. Hey girl, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Trinity. If you're new here, today I'm going to be sharing with you your 10-step extreme glow up plan. If you're not new to my channel, then you know that I love all things glow up and level up. I love helping women to become their best selves. That's what my channel is all about. So if you're into that kind of content, make sure you subscribe before we even get into it. We got a lot of good tips. Not only are we going to be talking about your physical glow up, but we're also going to be talking about mindset and finances. So it's going to be a good one. Now, before we get into the tips, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, which is very on brand for today's video, because they're all about helping you to explore new passions and find new interests and learn new skills. Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. They offer so many different classes on things like photography, graphic design, and illustration, but it's not just art focused. They also have classes on things like personal development, productivity, and finance. Both classes I've taken so far have been in the personal development category, because y'all know that's my thing. And my favorite was probably Nejra Tawwab's class on 7 personal development exercises to build a life you love. She really went in depth on setting intentional goals, changing your habits, and committing to a plan for success. I'm currently revamping my apartment, so I've been really into interior decorating tips and just trying to make my space a little bit more homey. So I recently started Demetrius Robinson's class on creating a space for function and flow. Skillshare literally has classes on just about anything you can think of. Perfect for those who are trying to get into new skills and new hobbies. Now, the first 500 people to click the link in my description box will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So if you're ready to glow up with a new skill, passion, or hobby, click the link below and start your free trial of Skillshare today. All right, so let's get into these glow up tips. Since we just talked about learning new skills and finding new passions, we're going to stick to the mindset category. My first tip is to journal daily. There's no specific ways to do this. Like, you can write about your experiences, you can write about how you're feeling that day, you can write about what you want your life to look like. You can journal about pretty much anything. But I'm gonna share with y'all something that I've been doing lately that I feel like has really helped me a lot. I've been doing a lot of gratitude journaling because I've been in this mode where I wanna really romanticize my life and just show more gratitude for the things that I already have. It's so easy to get caught up in where you're trying to go, and we often forget to be appreciative of where we are right now, what we have in this present moment, like all the blessings that God has already given us. So I've been doing gratitude journaling. Every night I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. 3 things that I already have. I was telling my friend this earlier, and she was asking me, like, do you write something new every day? And I told her, if the same thing is on my heart for multiple days, then I'll just write that. I don't force myself to come up with new things, but I do think it's good to try to challenge yourself to think of more things, because we often look past the small stuff, and it doesn't have to be anything materialistic. You can be grateful for health, you can be grateful for life, you can be grateful for your apartment, your house, your car, little simple things that we often take for granted. Not only do I write down 3 things I already have, but I also write down 3 things I want to have, but I write it in present tense. So I'll say, like, I'm so grateful to be a full-time content creator. I'm not currently a full-time content creator, but it helps me to put myself in that mindset and put myself in that place. I say things like, I'm so grateful to be an author. I'm so grateful to have X amount of dollars in the bank. That really helps you to see yourself where you want to be. And I think it's important to do both. I think it's important to do that and also show gratitude for the things you already have, because that allows you to be appreciative of what you have and where you are, while still believing that you can have more and striving for more. A lot of people have one without the other, and I think it's really important to have both. So like I said, you can do that, or you can write about your experiences. Every now and then I do like a check-in with myself. Last night I did the gratitude journaling, and I also did a check-in where I just wrote out things that may have changed since the last time I did a check-in. My next mental glow up tip is to listen to one motivational podcast or YouTube video every day. Whether you do it in the morning, at night before you go to sleep, on your way to work, just find some time. Don't say you don't have time, because if y'all got time to listen to music and scroll through Instagram, you have time to listen to something motivational. You're already on the right track by even watching this video. So even if you gotta watch this video again, do that. But every day you should be feeding your mind with something positive, something that's inspiring you, something that's motivating you, something that's helping you to become a little bit closer to that person you want to be, something that brings you a little bit closer to that dream life you want to have. You should be listening to things that challenge you. Or even if you don't like listening to stuff, if you don't want to watch a video or listen to a podcast, or if you're just not in the mood to do that on certain days, read something that will spark change in you. Read something that will motivate you or inspire you. And going back to like watching videos, you can watch documentaries. I love to watch Beyonce documentaries whenever I'm in a funk. If I'm ever feeling like uninspired, very unmotivated, I'll watch a Beyonce documentary and I'll all of a sudden feel like I gotta get back to work. It's something about like watching Homecoming, or even just going on YouTube and watching the live performances from Renaissance Tour. It just really puts a fire in me. And maybe Beyonce's not that person for you. Maybe there's someone else you like to watch. I like to watch interviews where I can really get a good look into people's process and how they think. You'd be surprised how much of a difference that really will make in your life. Tip number 3, we're moving on to the physical glow up category. You need a makeup routine, multiple makeup routines. Let me say that. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen the post that I made a couple days ago where I was showing my minimal makeup routine. And in the caption, I was talking about how I have 3 makeup routines. Bare minimum, the second one is minimal, and the third one is full face. The reason why it's important to have multiple different makeup routines is because you want to have something that's convenient for every mood you're in, every occasion, and every amount of time you might have. Sometimes you might only have 2 to 5 minutes to pull yourself together. That's what I call my bare minimum makeup routine, where I just throw in a couple little products that make me look a little bit more youthful, a little bit more awake, and a little bit more pulled together than if I just did nothing. Every day does not call for a full face. Every occasion does not call for a full face. If you're not new here, then you know that I've been trying my best to look put together on a daily basis. I've been trying my best to put effort into my look on the regular, even if I'm just running errands or going to work. And creating my bare minimum makeup routine and my minimal makeup routine has helped me tremendously because they don't require that much time and effort. Like I said, if I only have 2 to 5 minutes, I can put on 2 to 3 products. And sometimes I may have like 10 to 20 minutes and I'll do my minimal makeup routine. Sometimes I'll do that routine when I'm filming, but for the most part I like to stick to a full face when I'm filming or doing like photo shoots and stuff like that. You want to have something that's convenient for whatever you may be going through or doing that day. Of course there are days where you're not going to do anything, but if that's your thing, like if putting makeup on is your thing, if putting makeup on makes you feel good and makes you feel a little bit more pulled together and polished, then you should be able to do that. And it shouldn't always require 30 to 45 minutes. Again, follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to see like all of my different makeup routines, the products I use, all that good stuff. Next, you need a maintenance routine. Maintenance routines are so important because they help you to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You shouldn't be scrambling at the last minute to get yourself together if someone asks you out on a date or if someone asks you to just go out. If one of your friends want to go out, you should never be scrambling. You should always be ready. And I think when some people hear me say that, they think I'm saying that you have to look done up all the time. No, it doesn't mean that. You just need to look like you care about yourself. My mom used to always say, once your polish starts chipping, either take it off or go get your nails done. And I used to be annoyed by that, but she's so right. Like now that I'm older, I actually appreciate that advice. Like right now, I have nothing on my nails. My nails are not done. Instead of walking around with my nails all grown out and chipped, I just got to soak off and now I'm walking around with bare nails, which looks so much better than walking around with jacked up nails. But anyway, keep your stuff done is what I'm trying to say. Groomed. Maybe groomed is the better word. So your maintenance routine does not have to look like going to get your nails done every 2 weeks. Your maintenance routine can be just making sure your nails are nice and groomed every 2 weeks. That might mean clipping your cuticles, putting on a nice clear coat, putting on press-ons, doing your own pedicure, doing your own hair. You don't have to be going out paying for this stuff. You can be doing it at home, but you want to make sure you're doing it on a routine so that you can stay ready, like I said before. And even if you are getting your stuff done, like if you're going and paying somebody to do all this stuff, your hair, your nails, your wax, your pedicure, your lashes, that stuff doesn't have to be every 2 weeks. Like I get my nails done every 3 weeks. Honestly, I really only get my hair done like every month. Like I pretty much keep my hairstyles for a month because y'all know I love braids and I love wigs. I mean, this is for the girls who just feel better when they look good. If you don't care about how you look, that's on you. Cool, I ain't talking to you then. We just talking to the girls who feel really good, feel really confident when they look like something. You may feel like you don't have enough time or enough money, but find a routine that works for you. It doesn't have to look like everybody else. Just make sure you're doing whatever you have to do to look and feel your best. My next physical glow up tip is to get a capsule wardrobe. If you've never heard of a capsule wardrobe, it's basically a collection of clothes and accessories that can all be interchanged and mixed and matched to create a bunch of different outfits. You should be able to get a lot of looks out of a capsule wardrobe because it should be full of a bunch of basics pretty much. Tops that kind of go with any bottoms, bottoms that go with any tops, accessories that go with whatever outfit you're wearing. Those are your staples. These are things that you need in your wardrobe no matter what your personal style is. A lot of people talk about how the capsule wardrobe is just for girls who like to be minimal and, you know, minimalistic, very simple and chic, and that's not really true. I think everybody needs a capsule wardrobe because these are the foundational pieces of your wardrobe. These are the foundational pieces of any outfit. The flyest girls still have basics in their closet. They may be like elevated basics. They may have like small details that make it a little different. This is how you ensure that you always have something to wear, whether you're running errands or going on a date. A simple black bodysuit can be worn to run errands. A simple black bodysuit can also be worn on a date. It just depends on how you style it, but you need that piece. Let me know if y'all want me to do a video specifically on building a capsule wardrobe because I will be more than happy to do that. Lastly, for physical glow up, you need a skincare routine. I'ma shout this one from the mountaintops because I don't play about my skincare. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all know I've been posting a lot of skincare videos lately because now I'm really trying to post more of the things that really matter to me, more of the things that I do on a daily basis, more of my routines, and skincare is very important to me. Not only is it a good way for you to pour into yourself and really just spend time with yourself, it's something that you can easily romanticize, but it's also what allows you to glow on the outside. Your skin is not just gonna glow on its own. You gotta use the right products. You gotta do the right things. You gotta make sure you're doing it consistently. You need a nighttime skincare routine and you need a daytime skincare routine. When I posted a skincare video and someone commented and they were asking me a bunch of different questions because they wanted to get into skincare. That made me so happy. After a few questions, she was like, okay, this is the last one. I'm not gonna ask you nothing else. But no, I wanted her to keep asking me questions because I know how it feels as a woman, especially a mom, to finally do something that is just for you. Something that you've never done before. Something that will increase your confidence, because I was once the girl who never wanted to go outside without makeup or never wanted to be seen without makeup because I wasn't taking care of my skin and because I just didn't think I was beautiful without makeup. Now, this skin looks so good, I never even want to put makeup on, okay? Our last 3 tips are going to be for your financial glow up. Number 1, review all of your monthly spending habits. Doing this helps me out so much because it shows me exactly where my money is going. It shows me what I'm spending too much money on and what I'm not spending enough money on. I'm able to see exactly what bills I'm paying, exactly when they're due, like when they're all coming out of my account. I'm able to see how much money I have to spend on myself each week, because the amount of money you have to spend on your wants depends on what bills you already paid. Like, the bills should come first. Your bills, your expenses that you have to cover should come first. A lot of people don't have enough money for their bills and their expenses because they're spending way too much on their wants. There have been times where I was scrambling to pay bills because I overdid it on Amazon or in Target or in Zara because I didn't sit down to see how much extra money I had after I had to pay everything else. Like, you have to know where your money is going and how much you have left over. You have to know what you can afford. My second financial glow up tip is to save. Now, there's another part to this, but we're gonna get to that in a second. But first, I want to just start off saying save, period. Even if you have to save $20 a week, do something. Like, start somewhere. A lot of people feel like there's no point in saving because they can't afford to save $1,000 in a month. They can't afford to save $500 in a month. You don't have to save that much. It doesn't have to be that, but you have to start somewhere. You have to get in the habit of putting money aside that you don't look at anymore. You're never going to be able to save $1,000 in a month if you can't even save $100 in a month. Sometimes you gotta start small. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And you might feel like it's pointless, but that $100 is $100 more saved than you have saved right now. Point blank, period. I follow Mia Ray on Instagram. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of her, but she is the owner of Glamaholic Lifestyle. She sells like bags and other accessories. Years ago, she used to do a lot of like financial literacy lives or just constant period where she would help Black people to become more financially literate. She was teaching us how to use a credit card, how to actually pay your credit card bill, how to save money, things that a lot of us don't really get taught. And I remember she had this concept of like lose $20 a week or something like that, or like lose $20 a month. I don't remember the specifics, but basically she was saying you have to act like you lost whatever amount of money you're trying to save. Act like you lost it. Just put it away, and once you don't have it, you don't have it. Don't look at it. Act like it's not even there. It shouldn't even be an option for you to touch. Like I said, there's another part to that tip, and it's to open a high yield savings account if you have not already. I don't know how I'm just finding out about this, and I even just put my dad onto this, which is crazy to me. I was so sure he already knew about it, and I actually brought it up to him because I wanted to lean on him for not telling me about it sooner. But basically, a high yield savings account is like an online savings account where you actually earn interest on your money. Granted, if you have a regular savings account, you might be earning interest, but you're probably only earning like a cent a month. Like, it's something real dumb. You want your money to actually be growing. Like, why have it in a regular savings account when you can have it in another one where you're actually growing? Of course, when I said it to my dad, he was like, what's the catch? I'm like, Black people always think it's a catch with everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I be thinking the same thing sometimes, but there's no catch. Like, research it. Go on TikTok right now and type in high yield savings accounts and just watch all the videos. A lot of people do it. Again, this is something my cousin put me onto. Actually, my cousin and my friend Mimi, the one who does my lashes, they're both really good with money. My cousin's a financial planner, so she was like, yeah, you need to open up a high yield savings account. If you have a savings right now, take that money and put it into a high yield savings account. The APY is so much higher than if your money is sitting in a regular savings account. I'm telling you. I think mine is like 4.5% or like 4.1, something like that. It's like 4% basically. So every month I'm earning 4% interest on my money that's just sitting in the account. And another reason why I really like the high yield savings account is I'm less likely to touch my money if I know that it's growing from me not touching it. When I had my money in a regular savings account that was just connected to my, you know, my regular checking account and stuff like that, I was more likely to touch that money, and I touch that money very often. But now that it's in a whole different thing and knowing that it's actually growing, I don't even want to touch it. I literally act like it's not there. I mean, of course I'm putting money in it every month. I don't touch it. So I definitely recommend that. Don't say I never told y'all nothing. Don't say I never put y'all on. This is not sponsored or anything. I'm just trying to help y'all out because that blessed me when somebody shared it with me. Okay, and my last tip is to create a wish list. I mentioned this before in one of my older videos, but I want to say it again because it has helped me so much. I realized a few months ago that one of my biggest problems financially is that I'm an impulse spender, especially when I am like stressed out, irritated, having a bad day. I like to make myself feel better by buying things. So because I know that about myself, I decided, okay, whenever I want something, I'm gonna put it on this wish list. I keep it in my notes, and I have different categories on there. There's a category for Jax. So whenever I want to buy something for him, I put it on there. If I want to buy something for my apartment, like new apartment decor, I put it on there. The other day, I put that I wanted new utensils. Like I wanted new forks and spoons and knives because somehow all my freaking forks keep disappearing. I have like 3 forks, but anyway, I have a section for like clothes and shoes, and it doesn't have to be specific things. Like if you don't have a specific pair of shoes that you want, but you know that you need more heels, or you know that you need more boots for the fall, or if you want more sneakers, just put that on your wish list. That way when you see something that you like, you'll go to your wish list and you'll say, okay, well I've been saying I want new sneakers anyway. And then you'll feel better about buying it. Not only will you feel better about buying something that's on a wish list, but it helps you to do less impulse spending. If you go out and you see something, you can look at your wish list and say, okay, this isn't on here. There are a bunch of other things that I've been wanting. Let me make sure if I spend my money, I'm spending it on something that I have been wanting for a while. That has helped me so much. All right, so that is the end of our 10-step extreme glow up plan. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope something resonated with you. Comment down below and tell me which one you definitely want to try. Which one are you going to prioritize? And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Said you to me.